What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the very first episode of Walt Disney World History. Today I'm coming to you from the very first building that was open to the public on Walt Disney World property, and I will tell you guys all about the history of this place coming up.
The Magic Kingdom. This, of course, is the place that most clearly reflects the man Walt Disney.
Epcot Center, Walt Disney's greatest dream, is now a reality.
This is the Disney-Mgm Studios theme park at Walt Disney World in Florida.
Hello, I'm Michael Eisner, and I am proud to join all the animals and characters in welcoming you to Disney's Animal Kingdom.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
This building opened in 1970 and was known as the Walt Disney World Preview Center, where guests could get sneak peeks at what was coming to Walt Disney World in the upcoming years. Now, this place was very accessible for people to come to that lived in Central Florida, that lived all throughout Florida, that were traveling through Florida to come get a sneak preview of what was coming to Orlando in 1971. Now, this building kind of reminds me of what the Contemporary Hotel looks like a little bit. It kind of has that modern look that was for the 1970s at the time, and the color scheme a little bit kind of reminds me of what the Contemporary looks like. Now, the preview center was open every day from 9 to 5, and it was known as the information headquarters of the new Vacation Kingdom. So what would happen when a guest came to the preview center? There was about 15 hostesses that guided you through the whole preview center, and from a picture you could see all these hostesses. They're probably standing about in this area over here or over here in this area. So when you were assigned your hostess, they would take you on tours through the whole preview center.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Walt Disney World Preview Center. We have a moment before our show will begin, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the model that you see in front of you.
Some of the things that you could see were construction update pictures of Walt Disney World, as well as some artist renderings of what could be coming to Walt Disney World. So as you can see here from this picture, there was a huge model of the Magic Kingdom, and it also showed some of the surrounding hotels like the Contemporary and the Polynesian, and there was a short movie of what was to be upcoming at Walt Disney World. So all of these things shown to guests were what could be expected next 5 years. Some of the things that were shown that were expected were Space Mountain, a high-speed roller coaster put in Tomorrowland that would open in 1975. It showed concepts for Blackbeard's Island, which was an island out in Bay Lake, which later became Treasure Island, which was a pirate-themed island in 1974. Then Treasure Island eventually became Discovery Island in 1977. It also showed expansions to the Polynesian Hotel, which would add a main pyramid-shaped building. One of the more interesting things that it showed in here was 3 hotels that were never built along the Magic Kingdom Resort Loop. The first one was called the Asian Resort. There was another one called the Venetian Resort, and the third called the Persian Resort. And all 3 of these hotels were supposed to be connected to the monorail loop, just as the Polynesian and the Contemporary were. The Asian Resort was going to be located by the Polynesian Hotel, and it was scheduled to start construction in 1974, but it never started construction, and it remained vacated until the Grand Floridian opened in its place in 1988. The Venetian Hotel was supposed to take the space between the Transportation and Ticket Center and the Contemporary Hotel, while the Persian Hotel would be located just north of the Contemporary. But both these spots, as you know, there is no Venetian or Persian Hotel. They stayed vacant, and they remain vacant to this day. But while the guests were learning about these new hotel ideas, they could actually book their reservations for their upcoming trips to Walt Disney World at the Polynesian Resort and the Contemporary. And not only could they book their hotel reservations, but they could also buy the very first Walt Disney World souvenirs right over here. Walt Disney World Preview Center was the first souvenir shop on Walt Disney World property. So you could go buy your plushes, stuffed animals. I don't know, who knows what they had back in 1970. And this was also the very first place that you could meet characters at Walt Disney World. Goofy and Pluto were located here, and you could come and take your picture with them and meet them. There is this picture of Goofy and Pluto standing over here in this grassy area with 3 of the hostesses located behind them. And as you guys can tell from the pictures, like, the building looks pretty much exactly the same. Here the grass is still here, the rails look exactly the same, the building looks the exact same, just the name of the building has changed. And so the preview center stayed open for about 1.5 years. It closed the day before Walt Disney World opened on October 1st, 1971. So this place was open all the way up until September 30th, 1971. It was said that over 800,000 guests came to visit the Walt Disney World Preview Center. And to think about it, that's a lot of guests just coming to see what would become Walt Disney World. And now there's millions and millions of people who come to Walt Disney World every year. And so after the Walt Disney World Preview Center closed in 1971, there were many uses of the building, some of which were the Walt Disney World Reception Center. It was a post office, and now it's the headquarters for the Amateur Athletic Union. If you guys are interested in coming to the building where the Walt Disney World Preview Center was, it's right down Hotel Plaza Boulevard. Here's the address, 1910 Hotel Plaza Boulevard. You'll see this big Amateur Athletic Union sign, and here's the building. Right off of I-4 and Highway 535. Just come down this road. Disney Springs is down that way, and you can come to what was the very first building on Walt Disney World property. Alright, that's going to do it for episode 1 of Walt Disney World History. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about the first building that was open to the public on Walt Disney World property. I enjoyed researching it, filming it, all that stuff. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for any videos that you want to see, any history videos that you want me to go film on Walt Disney World property. So yeah, let me know that in the comments below. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with all the new videos. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of videos coming soon, so yeah, don't miss that. If you like the video, share it with a friend, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next video.